Hey Jade, I wanted to say that you did a really good job of doing this week's discussion. I found that you pointed out really good statistics as well as just going in depth with your answers to the questions. I put a couple notes on just reading off of them. When your first point where you said that nurses don't do very much and they basically just hand out band-aids and ice packs, I hate to say it, but it's true. Every time I went to the nurse in elementary school, that's all they did. It was either that or call mom and dad to bring them home because there's nothing else they do. So if they learn mental healthness, I think that would be a huge thing. But to even do more in school, that would be even better. But I personally agree with you that they don't do very much, even now and back then. The statistic you brought about how many kids do have mental health disorders, it blew my mind too. I didn't realize how big mental health disorders were. I understood them, but I didn't realize how many people get affected by it so easily, and just kids alone get affected by it. So it just blew my mind. I do relate to that. When my dad passed away a couple years ago, I did get diagnosed with anxiety. I always had testing anxiety because I always did the worst in tests and I would freak out. But I never got diagnosed with it until my dad passed away, when I kept having panic attacks. It was more because of the grieving process, not because I just was so obstructed as a kid or something, But now I'm fine. I don't have anxiety attacks ever. I don't think I have anxiety too bad. I have a little bit occasionally, but I can't relate to other people who have really bad mental health disorders. So I can say I can relate, but then I can't because mine's so mild. It's barely even there. It barely even bothers me now. So I do agree with you that teachers should be able to assess mental health disorders. They're with the children so much from 8 to 5, not 8 to 5, 8 to 3, every day, 5 days a week. And they see them face to face. They see how they act in class. They see how they do on their tests and everything. They should be able to assess, something's wrong. My sister's teacher actually diagnosed her with dyslexia because she realized how difficult it was for her schoolwork and everything, which is a huge thing that most teachers should be able to point out to the parents if they notice these kind of things. So if teachers were able to assess these things and tell the parents about it, I think they would help more kids with mental health disorders in the future. The last point that you brought up, the parents aren't truly aware of mental health disorders and how big they are, I completely agree with you. I honestly, myself, didn't really realize how much of a problem mental health disorders are, and the fact that parents probably don't know, and maybe some of the actions they're doing is causing it to occur. Who knows? Honestly, if parents were more aware, I think the mental health disorder statistics could decrease, hopefully. And maybe them being more aware so that if something does occur to them and they have that disorder, that they can get help so that it doesn't get any worse later on in their life. So I honestly think you did a really good job, Jade, and I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the semester. Thanks.